They are called PFAS and they're used in products like nonstick cookware, carpeting, and some firefighting foam, and they stay in the environment forever.
And about 2 years ago, Three Rivers Waterkeeper began sampling for PFAS contamination across western Pennsylvania. That area includes Montour Run, where people have been fishing, boating, and swimming for years. And as Channel 11's Lauren Talata shows us, researchers say what they found was alarming.
Michael Carkella grew up in Robinson Township near the Montour Trail, spending much of his childhood in the Montour Run.
We would canoe down the creek, we would swim in the creek.
But these days, Carkella thinks a lot about potentially dangerous chemicals in his hometown waterways.
As a youth, you're not really thinking about what is it and this and that, is it harmful?
In the last year, the nonprofit environmental group Three Rivers Waterkeeper collected samples from dozens of rivers and streams across the region, including those in the Montour Run watershed. They were looking for PFAS, synthetic chemicals used in industry and consumer products for the past century.
We just really wanted to document and understand where we have contamination levels, if any, in our southwestern regional space. And we found one of our highest levels here on the Montour Run, where it meets the Ohio River.
The results in this graph show the total PFAS levels at each baseline site. At Montour Run, Three Rivers Waterkeeper says it identified 15 types of PFAS chemicals.
We then went to McLaren's Run and we sampled that region, and that's where we're starting to see over 400 parts per trillion. And that was alarming. We have never had a sample that high.
The waterways basin includes the Pittsburgh International Airport and the 171st Air Refueling Wing. In its report, Three Rivers Waterkeeper identifies the airport and the 171st as potential sources of PFAS contamination due to a prior mandate from the FAA to use a firefighting foam containing PFAS. A spokesperson sent us a statement reading in part, quote, "The 171st no longer uses AFFF foam. However, the remaining AFFF is still present on the installation, but is not in use and is being properly stored and awaiting removal from the installation." The Allegheny County Airport Authority tells us they implemented fluorine-free foam nearly a year ago, and AFFF is no longer used. The executive director of Three Rivers Waterkeeper tells Channel 11 no levels of PFAS are considered safe for human consumption, but says there are still safe ways to enjoy Montour Run.
It is a beautiful place. I don't want anyone to think that just because we did find high levels of PFAS contamination that it is no longer worthy of recreation, because it absolutely is. And if we don't continue to recreate in it, then we're not going to be able to fight for it to get even better.
As for Carkella, he's planning to undergo medical testing for PFAS exposure by the end of this year.
Nobody really knows what the long-term effects of this is because it's so new.
Now, the Pennsylvania Fish and Boat Commission says Montour Run was stocked with trout 3 times last spring. The DEP says fish tissue testing shows concentrations below the statewide fish consumption advisory threshold, but it is using Three Rivers Waterkeeper's findings to prioritize additional sampling. Lauren Talata, Channel 11 News.